Hello everyone, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. I would like to welcome you to our March Christmas Stampathon challenge. For this month, we are doing 3D items, bags and boxes. So for my project this month, I am using something left over from last month, which are my stars that I used for my 3D swing card, and I have paired those with the paper that I use, but coordinating paper from the Tidings of Christmas set. And the stars are cut using the Christmas trimmings die set. Now at the time of filming this, both the dies and the paper and the two ribbons that I am using are on while stocks last. They are retiring from the current annual catalogue. So if you did want those items, I wouldn't delay and use my shop link below to go grab them. So in addition to the dies and the paper, I am using the double stitched satin ribbon, which I've used on these two, and I am using the soft succulent open weave ribbon, as well as a little bit of linen thread. So I got this tutorial from YouTube, and it allowed me to use two pieces of 6x6 paper to make our little gift bag. Now this is from the Posh Paper Lady, and I will have the video that I used linked below. I do it a little bit differently. I put my own spin on it, but the basic measurements for the box are from her. So what we ask for the challenge is that you make 4 bags or boxes, or you can make a combination of both, or something else that is 3D that tickles your fancy. So I'm going to show you how to make my 4th project today. So I'm just going to pop these boxes off to the top. I'm going to pop this ribbon off to the side, and I'm going to bring in my 2 pieces of 6x6 Christmas Tidings paper. Now, if you're going to do the box that I'm making, you're going to need a trimmer or some type of scoring and cutting device. So we need to make a couple of scores. Now this paper isn't directional. I did need to pay attention when I was using the trees, because that paper is absolutely directional and I didn't want upside down. So my measurements tell me that on each side I need to score at 1 1/4 inches. So I do that side, then I flip it all the way around and do this side. Then I go 1 1/2 inches from the bottom. Just make sure that's all the way to the top, so my box ends up nice and square. And I have created the little turn down top here, and I just went 1/2 inch from on the top. So I'm going to repeat that, and I will repeat all the measurements just so you see it twice, because we do need both pieces. Otherwise, oops, that was 1 1/4. We can't have a one-sided box, because I don't know what you call a one-sided box. If you want to join in on the fun, you can join us over at our Facebook group. So I've done the 1 1/4. I'm going to do the 1 1/2 off the bottom. Close, please. So Christmas Stampathon 2022, and this will get you nice and ready for the Christmas season. 1/2 inch from the top for the turn down. And that is all our scoring done. So trust me, the scoring is there. So we are now finished with our trimmer. You could also use our scoring board if you have one of those. So we have an awesome group of ladies that play along with the Christmas Stampathon challenge, which is a lot of fun. Do you know what? They are there. Okay, so what we want to do with one of these, I want to cut this little square at the bottom. I want to cut that completely off. Okay, so we're going to go like that, discard that square. In the other one, take your time, there's no need to rush. If you would like, you can also use your trimmer to do this. I just like to, my scissors are a bit gummed up with adhesive at the moment, I think, and I will explain why. So that is part one, and with this one I'm going to make one cut down the side, and I want to leave this attached. Okay, oh, I've cut the wrong side. That's okay, we will work with it, and I'll show you the correct way on the other side. So snip here, and then I just want to take a slither off here and a slither off the other side, and then you would repeat that on the other side. So it doesn't matter, you just need it a little bit smaller, and this will help it adhere. Now, how far did I go there? The box isn't going to be perfect, but you want this on both sides. Okay, we're just going to have a slightly different tab on this side, and we're going to see how it works, because trying to find solutions to things just makes life interesting. So I'd love you to tell me in the comments if you think you're going to make a box or a bag. So now what we want to do is go along on all the score lines and just give them all a fold. Okay. And we've got this beautiful soft succulent on the inside. And what I want to do with that is fold this out. So you get this really nice contrasting top to the bag. With this one, we're going to do the same. Just like that. So now I'm also going to do the turnover here. And then I do want to, with the turnover, just fold in those sides. Because it's paper, I don't necessarily need to do a huge bone fold on it. I do find just using my fingers, no matter how much they don't want to work at times because of my neurological disability, that still makes for a nice sturdy box. So what I want to do is pop the two bottom flaps together. So I want to start by gluing those together, and I have chosen to use wet glue. So I'm using our multi-purpose glue. For me, that gives me great wiggle room to get these in place. If you would like to, you can use our Seal Plus, or you can use tear and tape for your box. I find this is strong enough, and I plan on popping a gift card and a little note card in these for Christmas, or a little gift. Christmas is still a fair way away, but I am getting nice and prepared. So yes, so the box comes together just like this. So you've got your flap on the inside. I'm just going to see how this works for this one. That still works. So I'm going to have one flap sticking to the bottom and one flap sticking to both sides. So I'm going to start with this side first. Okay, so I'm just going to pop glue here, and I have to work out what will be the front and what will be the back. So I only want to put glue on one half, because these pieces will not, and I'll explain once I've done this. So that is the bottom flap down, and then this doesn't quite go all the way. It just goes about 3/4 of the way, and you just want to wiggle and make sure that your two top pieces, as my hand has a tremor, that your two top edges are straight and flush, or as close as you can get it. And then what I can do is just pop my hand in, or you can use a bone folder and just burnish that crease. So that will give that great adhesion. And then with this side, what I found great to do, now let me make sure, so this one will be the front. So I want to adhere this side, and to do that, I'm just going to put glue on majority of the flap. And then I'm going to put glue on about half of this piece. So then this one will adhere this way. So we've got lots of nice pieces of glue here, and we can wiggle them all together and have that great amount of slip. So that went together really, really easily. And once again, I'm going to pop it down, and I'm going to use my bone folder, and that is the base of our box. So now if you want to, which I do think I will do, I meant to just pop a titch of glue on these ends. Oh, that was probably a bit more than a titch, because the glue is oozing out there. Probably the same on this end, just to adhere down those closed edges, or those open edges when we're making them closed. Okay, so that is the basis of our box. So next I'm going to take a hole punch and pop some holes in for our ribbon. Now I happen to have a big, very old retired item here, and I am just going to pop these in here. Now with my hands this isn't so easy, but I'm going to try there. Oh no, I do need the big one. I second guessed myself here, but that's okay. I can use the hole I've already made and just go through that. Not perfect, but you won't tell once the ribbon is in there. Then we're going to try and center it, and when I've got it in place I will show you. All right, no, that slipped. So you just want to center it top and bottom as best as you can, and I've got those fairly centered. I'm pretty happy with that. flip it over and try and replicate the same on the other side. If you want it to be perfectly exact, you could absolutely mark it out. But I'm not that person. I'm assuming these are going to be discarded pretty quickly on Christmas Day and get put in with all the wrapping paper. So now I've got my holes. I do have, the one thing I do want to make a hole in as well is our star. As I said, these were left over from last month's project. And what size did I use? I used the little one because we're just little ones this side. Because I am just popping in a piece of linen thread. So just pop that was not in the center at all, but it'll do because it's got no weight. And then I have space on the back to write to and from, and it sits perfectly on the table. So I can certainly just quickly write to and from. I've used a Christmas paper, so that will work really, really well for me and hopefully for you as well. Okay, ribbon. I have grabbed that soft succulent ribbon and I kind of cheated with mine. I just used some tear and tape, which is this tape here. So this is our double-sided tape, and I use that to adhere the ribbon because with my hands I find it very hard to tie a knot and then get it even and all of that. So I've just used tear and tape. If you would like to do the cheat way like me, welcome to steal my idea. And I have cut them at an angle, so then I can just pull one through and pull two through and then adhere them down, and I can feel I have glue on my hand. So I pulled them through a bit too far and then I just gently pulled them back. Now I do pop this on the table just to help me out, but hopefully if I put one just on an angle like this, you can see what I have done. So I don't take the backing off the tear and tape, and I just pop it in just like that and adhere that edge down. I have pre-cut these to make life a little bit easier on myself. Okay, so there's one side done, and now we're just going to go ahead, do the other side, pop on our swing tag, and that's our gift bag done, ready to go. If you wanted to, you could use plainer paper and do some stamping. I just decided to go for a non-stamping project because I do adore this paper, and it certainly does speak for itself, being Christmassy and gorgeous. So just do these final two. Let me get my tongue in the right place for that to go down, and just pull this bit through just the tinsiest bit. I did make these lengths of ribbon 8 inches, and that seemed to be a lovely amount, and I did pop that over a bit, so I'm going to chop that off. And try, there we go. What mistake, you say, Ellen? What mistake? So I do also have pre-prepared, where did it go? I swear, that's because it's here. I've also got a piece of linen thread. I do have this plenty long for what we're going to need, and there is a reason here. So for me to tie the knot that I'm going to need comfortably, I just tie it around that end of the ribbon. Then I just now take it slowly and it'll all work out. And if the box falls over, that's fine. Pull it off my finger. Doesn't want to come off. Let's try that again, hey? Practice makes perfect. There we go. Pop the ends through. There we go. And I just want to try and pull the ends together, will be helpful, just to make a little end. So you don't want the loop to be too much. Oh, I did have some ribbon scissors here, but they have gone AWOL. So I'm going to take these scissors, don't cut it below the knot, cut it above. There we go, snipped off. And that is going, if I make that knot at the back, that will sit perfectly and that knot shall be disguised. Let me just play with that for a second. And the knot is behind there. And we have our cute little gift box. So that is the tutorial I've got. I will put a link to the video that I followed in the description box, and these are my 4 cards, or not my 4 cards, my 4 gift boxes ready to go out to family and friends with gift cards. And I have used the Christmas trimmings and tidings of Christmas paper. I have used the red double-sided stitch ribbon. I've also used the soft succulent open weave, and I have used my trimmer and the linen thread. I would love to see your boxes, bags or other 3D items over on the Christmas Stampathon Facebook group, so you are a little bit more prepared for Christmas when we get there. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will catch you next month for our April challenge. Thanks. Bye.